All right, welcome back again. Sorry about the audio issues. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to get into a variety of topics. We're going to stream for about 30 minutes to an hour. And this first topic is about Tesla Model S and X. And it seems like Tesla has upped the ante just a little bit with these vehicles. They've turned up the dial on the discount, the demand lever. But it's a little early, right? It's only February right now. We're in the second month of the quarter. We're not even at the end of February, to be honest, right? Like we still have March, which is the end of the quarter. And so Tesla is starting to put more massive discounts, some huge discounts on the Tesla Model S and the X. So if you're in the market for an S and X, it might be time. It might be time for sure. And I'm going to give you some tips on if you're trying to buy one, like what are the strategies that you can do. Of course, there's an obvious one for sure that we always go look on this channel, but I'll show you exactly where to go. But before we get into all of that, let's run that intro real quick. So thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. We stream at least once a day at this point regarding Tesla content, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and receive a variety of benefits. So definitely check that out if you are interested. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at it, right? So Model S and Model X, fantastic cars, probably much different than the Model 3 and the Model Y, and really because of the air suspension. It brings it to a whole nother level with Tesla and other vehicles like that, because it brings a level of comfortability-ness that I certainly I enjoy. And we also just got an X pretty recently as well. And so I really feel like it's one of the most, next to the Model Y, it just makes a lot of sense because it's SUV-like. You've got that third row and all that stuff. But taking a look at like the prices of them, we already know that Model X just got a price decrease pretty recently, right? In January, down from 121,000, I think, down to like 110,000. So yeah, it was 121,000 and now it's $110,000. And same thing for the Model S, it got a haircut of around $10,000 as well. So 105 down to $95,000. But the key thing here is you got to remember, before we get into all these discounts and I show you how much massive discounts are actually happening on the Model S and the Model X, you got to remember that the Model S refresh, when it first got debuted, the refresh model was $80,000 as a base price point, as we referred to on this Tesla price history tracker. And the Model X was a $90,000 base price point on this tracker as well when it first got released for reservations and orders and all that stuff. But taking a look at what's actually out there, what's available for sale right now, I guess we'll go to the Model S first, because the Model X has, of course, more massive discounts instead. So jumping to the Model S, you can see right here, this is waitingfortesla.com. Shout out to the team, TJ and all of them. This is a third-party aggregator site where you can see all the different vehicles available for sale across the country that are brand new from Tesla. And you can see right here, over a $10,000 discount on the Tesla Model S right now. You can see 10,450, only 761 miles. This one has 709 miles in San Diego, $10,400 discount. And the list just goes on and on and on. But, it's still not back down to the price where it was way back then, but we're close, right? Because the base price of the refresh when it first came out was $80,000. So we're getting close to that, pretty sure. We're basically within $4,000 to $5,000 back to that original price. And so Tesla could whack their price on the Model S and bring it back down to what it was before if they really need sales. And they might, right? Because we've got 400 brand new Tesla Model S's available for sale. And if we take a look at Matt Jung's inventory chart, shout out to Matt Jung for putting these charts together, you can see we've got a good amount of inventory still out there on the Model S, at least from what we're seeing on the websites. We know that Tesla likes to manipulate inventory on their websites and not actually show the true number of actually how many vehicles are out there. But you can see it is trending down a little bit. And so hopefully these discounts, like if you're in the market, these are the ones that might be eligible or that you might be interested in getting on, because then that would sell some of these vehicles for Tesla. You can see right here, another one, $11,240 discount. You can see the average is probably around $10,000 to $11,000. So let me know your thoughts. Are you looking to buy a Model S? Like, is this the price, your strike price, so to speak, that you find it a good deal at? Or do you want to see it even lower? I think what Tesla's doing right now is they're certainly seeing what price they can sell these vehicles at, because out of the 400 that we've seen on waitingfortesla.com, 271 of them right here have some sort of discount for the Model S. So is a price drop incoming soon? I mean, I certainly think so. I could easily see Tesla whacking the Model S price another $10,000 in the next month or so. But we shall see, that's for sure. I mean, the one thing we do know is Tesla is exporting a lot of these vehicles to China because that market just opened up. But it seems like a lot of them are still here in the United States and they are looking to still sell them. But jumping to the Model X, it gets even more interesting. So taking a look at the Model X, of course, there's also 400 vehicles available for sale. And you can see right here, massive $13,180 discount. I mean, still not back to that base price that we were before, right? $90,000 at when it first came out and whatever the year for the refresh. But right here, $11,670 discount. Let's see if we can find one that has like an even more discount. I mean, usually we find the big discounts if you're switching to like the Plaid. Let's see here, $12,300 discount, $13,500 discount, $13,000 discount. The prices are definitely starting to trend a little bit lower. And I guess Tesla needs to sell some vehicles, at least Model S's and X's, and they might be sitting on a good amount of inventory. And it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, Tesla, these vehicles, the Model X's and Model S's at these prices are, up there. That's for sure. And a lot of people aren't necessarily could be in the market for them, especially at this high price. And so it can certainly make sense why they are looking to move the market and push on that demand button, that demand lever if they need to. But let me know your thoughts. Are you shopping for a Model S and Model X at these prices, or are you just sitting tight and waiting at this moment? I mean, we know for sure the Model 3 and the Model Y prices are on a little bit different sliding scale at this point, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. So we're going to jump into our next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including a couple credit unions on that list that have interest rates as low as 2.5% to 3.2% to 4% from 60 to 80 months. So definitely check it out if you're interested. Patreon link down below in the description. And there's actually one last thing before I mention this. We got a hot tip. So shout out to Kevin. He gave me a hot tip that supposedly, if you're looking to buy a brand new Model X, you can just talk to your local Tesla center and they might give you as much as $9,000 off a brand new one. So, it doesn't hurt. I always recommend talking to your local Tesla sales center or associates at your local store and see what's out there, see what's eligible, because there's also demo discounts, there's test drive discounts, showroom discounts. There's a whole plethora of different vehicles or different ways to get discounts on a Tesla. So definitely check it out if you're interested. But we're going to jump into our next topic. So let's see here. So welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. In this next topic, we're going to talk about hardware 4.0. And it looks like another feature just got released with it. And the feature might be something to do with a feature that most other luxury cars actually have out there. And this something could be like what's called a bird's eye view or even a 360 camera. So we're going to take a look at it and see what we've actually been, at least what was actually announced. But before we do that, welcome to the channel. My name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, but more on that later. All right, so let's take a look at this. Shout out to Reddit This Reddit poster, Chris DH, Tesla hardware 4.0 may be capable of bird's eye feature. So bird's eye feature, of course, is where you can see from the top down. You can see all around your car. It's also known as 360 camera, and this is the first I've heard of it so far. And I think this is what we're alluding to here. So shout out to Not a Tesla app for posting this article and writing this article. I think what they're alluding to here is about all the different cameras that might come with hardware 4.0. And then we saw in our last video, the other day, about how there's like a camera in the headlights. There's cameras all over the place. But let's see what they actually want to talk about. So the new hardware mainboard will accept up to 12 cameras, with one of them labeled as a spare. Tesla currently uses 9 cameras as its current hardware and is expected to reduce the front-facing camera by 1. Based on this information and the labels on the camera connectors, it appears that Tesla will include 3 additional cameras with full self-driving hardware 4.0. So that'd be sick. Like, if this is the one. I mean, there's plenty of luxury features that Tesla doesn't have, right? Like, compared to other luxury car manufacturers, like maybe USS sensors, parking sensors, like even like Hondas have it and stuff like that. But a lot of vehicles don't have this bird eye feature as well, or at least this Tesla doesn't have the bird eye feature or 360 camera, which a ton of luxury vehicles have this. So this would be really cool to see if this actually comes out for the Tesla Model 3, Y, S, and X, because it's a long awaited feature. I mean, we do have, the FSD, or the driving visualization, like right here in the top right corner. We do have that, and that kind of gives you a bird eye view so you don't hit something. But, it's something about, and there's something about just seeing it firsthand with your eyes on like a camera, what you're actually, might be able to hit, is a lot better at the end of the day. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think a bird's eye view, or would you want a bird's eye view 360 camera for your Tesla Model 3, Model Y? And I'm pretty sure I would know what the answer is. It's a for sure. But we're going to jump into our next topic. And of course, we'll get to the live stream questions in chat as well after we run through these topics. But this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link if you want to support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, so definitely check it out if you are interested. All right, so thanks for joining in, everybody. I'm just going to take a quick water break. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Not much other Tesla news. We're just going to run through a bunch of these topics, see kind of what's going on in the Tesla world. No price decreases. I certainly thought there was going to be some sort of price decrease this weekend, but it looks like there was not. So at this point, if there wasn't a price increase this past weekend, or maybe even today, then I don't think there's going to be one at the end of this month at all, because I don't think they want to mess with the month-end sales. Maybe in March. I mean, we're coming up on March 1st, which is Investor Day. We're coming up on, what is going to happen in the last quarter for Tesla. So it certainly could get super interesting, that's for sure. But we're going to get into our next topic. So welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today, in this next topic, we're going to talk about the Tesla supercharging network and what's Tesla's plan to opening it up to other EVs. And it seems like they've already announced it, or at least the White House has teamed up with Tesla and Elon to announce it. And so this gives us for more visibility on how many chargers will actually be open to other EVs. And I wonder all the different ways they're going to maybe potentially limit it, or maybe not limit it for other EVs. So if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, but more on that later. All right, so let's just take a look at this. This was actually posted on Reddit a few days ago, and I guess I missed it. It was all that supercharger hype that Tesla is opening it up for everybody else. And I do wonder how they're going to charge all the other non-EVs for payment. And I also wonder how many of these non-other EVs, once they see how easy it is to use a Tesla supercharging network, hopefully because they're going to have to download the app and it's going to sync and all that stuff, they're going to see how easy it is to plug in to the actual supercharger, and they'll see all these other Teslas are plugging in like super fast and not messing with any sort of apps or anything like that. And there's going to be a percentage of conversions from non-EVs to Tesla. So I certainly think this is a good idea. I mean, this is great for Tesla because the more impressions, the better, right? When these non-other EVs like these Ioniq 5s, Ford Lightnings, or Ford Mach-Es are going to be rolling up to these superchargers and they see, how easy it is for a Tesla to charge, there's going to be some conversions, pretty sure. So Tesla will open a portion of its U.S. superchargers and destination charge prior network to non-Tesla EVs, making at least 7,500 chargers available to all EVs by the end of 2024. So that's a good amount, right? 7,500. But what does that mean in terms of like how many superchargers are actually out there, right? So Tesla owners get double the charging locations, 15,000 total, and still get exclusivity on the existing networks. Okay, so right now I guess there's 75. Yep. So right now there's 7,500 Tesla chargers, and wow, they're actually going to double it up to 15,000 total. That's a good amount, that's for sure. So that'd be pretty nice for all EVs to actually use it as well. But that's also is going to expand the network for all Tesla owners as well, doubling up to 15,000 Tesla superchargers out there. So this is going to be interesting. Can't wait to see when it actually be implemented and built. But at this point, they're probably going to start ASAP on this. So I can't wait to see a bunch of them out there. But let me know your thoughts on it. Do you agree with this? Do you like that Tesla's opening it up to? But it makes sense, right? Because Tesla's going to get a bunch of money from this. They're going to get a bunch of funding for Tesla to build this supercharging network, and it's good for all of us, especially the long-term longevity for Tesla owners and buying that next Tesla. So let me know your thoughts on it down below in the description and in the comments. But we're going to get into our next topic. We're just going to speed run through all this, but today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. We can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including a couple credit unions on that list that have interest rates as low as 2.5% to 3.2% to 4% from 60 to 80 months. So definitely check out if you're interested, but we're going to jump into the comments now. Water break. What up, Vietnamese style? Welcome. I like seeing the prices come down. Yeah, it's definitely going to be coming down a lot quicker, especially for the Model S and Model X. K, the X demo I'm buying right now has a $11,000 discount. Do you think the discount will go further? I think so. That's for sure. Vietnamese style, good to know. Yes, for sure. One king snake. He doesn't say anything valuable, just babbles about a bunch of nothing. Well, thank you. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. I got like 130,000 miles on my 2020 Model 3 long range. It's been great to me so far, but do you think it's a good idea to trade it in, or is it better to keep it? That's a good amount of miles. Have you ran into any issues so far with the high mileage like that? That's my question. Have you changed the brakes yet on that either? Cause that's a good amount of miles. I'm actually really curious on high mileage Teslas like that. But that's pretty sick. Should you trade it if it's running well? If you paid a good price for it, if you've used you paid off the loan, then I'm not sure it'd be worth it to trade in unless right now, unless you're trying to get a bigger car, bigger family, to a Model Y or maybe even a bigger vehicle, then I can see how that could make sense. But at the end of the day, if it's paid off, just keep it for now. But also right now the used market is starting to flatten and or maybe stabilize. So, it might be a good time to get out of it because people want inexpensive Teslas. And so you could get high top dollar for it as well. We're going to talk about the used market in our next topic. And so then you can make a decision for yourself on whether you should sell it. Book. Hey, good afternoon, Dennis. No, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Happy Hippo. I can see Tesla charging non-Tesla for money per kW, which is fine. However, if I had a non-Tesla, I would use it to see how good it is. But if it's more expensive than EA, I would not use it. Yeah, well, it depends, right? There's a lot of Tesla owners, there's a lot of non-EV owners that don't pay for charging, right? I'm talking like Ioniq 5s, Mercedes EQB. The list goes on and on. They get free supercharging or free fast charging, DC fast charging. So, I can see how that certainly wouldn't make sense. I doubt non-Tesla owners care about charging price. Yeah, that's true, because a lot of them have free supercharging, so I'm not sure if they would actually get down to the nitty gritty. That's for sure. Hopefully the Model S can go down to 80,000 for a custom order. You know what? It will get down there soon enough. Not, don't for sure it will be. Abu Ohiki. Today's sponsored by my Patreon. Well, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for sponsoring my Patreon. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon, so definitely check it out. No risk decide. 2023 Model S Plaid scheduled for delivery on February or March. Okay, looking at these $12 to $30 discounts, even if you had to pay taxes twice in a statement, better than waiting. Hardware 4.0 if I wait. Yeah, I mean, hardware 4.0 is certainly could be on the cusp, for especially for the Model S and the Model X, because they got approval in the Europe places. So we don't know what Tesla has in its back pocket or their back pocket to release the hardware 4.0. But usually when you buy a Tesla in another state, you don't actually pay the taxes for that state. You only pay taxes from where you are and where you're registering it. But Tesla has, certain rules, and it's based upon vehicle per vehicle. So when you actually drill down to the vehicle listing, like if you click here and you enter in the zip code on Tesla.com, it will actually tell you like if you can ship the vehicle or not, and or if you can even buy it. And sometimes you can, sometimes it's restricted to that state per se. So shall I order Tesla Model Y now, or should I wait for the new hardware announcement and additional cameras? Well, my question to you, Pradeep, is, do you need a car right now? Do you need a vehicle? If you can wait, it might be worth waiting. But at the same time, Model Y is going to keep going up in price, but we're also right on the cusp of March. So who knows at this point? Like, it could go up if the tax credit disappears. If the $7,500 tax credit disappears from the Model Y, and or even if it goes down to $3,750, half of it, then the price could stay the same, if not maybe even drop. But if the Tesla Model Y gets the full $7,500 tax credit, you can surely bet, I would say, it's going to go up. It's going to keep going up and up. So we'll see. Picking up my Model Y long range Friday, ordered 123 in SoCal. Nice. Congrats. Wait for the new hardware. Yeah, if you don't need a car, then there's always going to be something that's going to be coming out for the Tesla Model Y. It's really hard to time it, but it certainly feels like we're on the cusp, at least for the Model S and the X to get hardware 4.0. But Model 3 and Model Y, not exactly too sure. I feel like Tesla's opening up the supercharger network will help force the other charger companies to step up and get things working reliably. Nothing motivates like competition. Yeah, I can certainly agree with that, but there are a lot of those other networks like Electrify America, owned by Volkswagen, EVgo, they all have partnerships with these other vehicle manufacturers that they have to give charging, or they've agreed to give charging for free or whatever. And so I don't know if they get money from that to innovate. When is going to be official for hardware is March 1st. No, March 1st is Investor Day, so we should hear more about what's going to be going on March 1st for a variety of different topics, but they haven't released anything yet. But if you're on the cusp, if you don't need a car, maybe just wait out and see what happens on March 1st and then go from there. Notice red calipers on my new Plaid order app. Maybe it's the new one. Fingers crossed here. Interesting. That'd be nice. I appreciate it, Dennis. Your advice is solid. Yeah, we're gonna get into the used market very soon on this next topic, so we'll see if that interests you, and it could sway your decision either way. Applied Slick X-Man applied for 3.45 at a credit union for 72 months on 2/16. Got approved 2/17. Model Y performance. Hope I get my VIN suit ordered tonight. Congrats! Wow, that's a decent turnaround. What credit union is that at 3.45%? Is it a credit union I recommended, or is it another one that you've found elsewhere? Buy is last year. I placed my order in March, and that month they increased the price twice. Now this is February. They increased the price twice already. Pattern. Oh, I like where your head's at, Happy Hippo. You're following along a trend here. Maybe that's just Tesla's pattern for the past 2 years. I mean, we could take a look at the history charts here, and let's take a look at Model Y. You can see here right this time, yeah, they increased it once and then twice. and they're kind of doing the same thing here. But of course, this year is a whole different ballgame with the $7,500 tax rate and all that stuff. But definitely interesting stuff. So Tesla's just following their previous MO of what they like to do. My Model Y delivery went from March to April 1st. Will I still get the tax credit? At this point, still unknown. The Treasury and the IRS could release any sort of details at any moment within March. So that $7,500 tax credit is just unknown at this point. The Tower Credit Credit Union went up to 8%. Yes, that was a sad day. That's for sure. It's like basically went up twice. I think it's like even tripled at this point. So it sucks. Not sure what you recommend, but one I found like Tesla forums. Nice. Which credit union is it? Drop it in the chat so that we can help others that might be looking as well that are interested. Okay, thank you Dennis for your channel. So informative. I will wait to get the X. Maybe 20-ish discount is coming. Yeah, it might. It certainly might be. I mean, we shall see in this next week. If the Tesla Model X inventory doesn't move at all with these massive $13,000 discounts or $11,000 discounts, you know, we could see maybe even a little bit more in the next week or so as we get to the end of February, as we get to the end of the quarter, maybe of next month. It's going to be a very, very interesting quarter. That's for sure. We've got a lot just kind of just like pending in the ecosphere. Like always, it always seems like there's just always something with Tesla just pending. And this now, the flavor of the pending is Investor Day. We want to hear about the $25,000 model, whatever. We want to hear about hardware 4.0. We want to hear about Cybertruck. We want to hear about Robotaxi and all that stuff. And then we've got this IRS tax credit, right? Like, is it staying? Is it disappearing? Which vehicles are going to get it in full war? Not now, even it's not even what vehicles will get it, right? We made a video about this earlier or yesterday about, you know, maybe the Model Y standard range all-wheel drive that's made from Texas, Austin, Giga Texas gets the full 7,500, and maybe the Model Y long range from Fremont only gets 3,750. So could go either way. That's for sure. Marco, yeah, price is dropping. I feel you because, you know, we also did buy a Model X pretty recently. Like the prices aren't lower than that yet, but you know, it's like, it's a little part of me is like, well, what if we waited? What if, right? I mean, but hindsight's 2020 at the end of the day. Shoe and car lover, welcome. Thank you. How long do you think the model has to drop to 80K custom order? I would say give it another month or so. But right now, there's been people reporting that if you walk into a Tesla showroom or talk to someone, you can get $9,000 off a brand new Model X. But I'm not sure on a Model S. But I would imagine it's similar as well. Someone gave me a hat tip, or Kevin gave me a hat tip. One of my Patreon members, thank you, Kevin. He said this group on Facebook, and this group is specifically, people are reporting that people are getting $9,000 off a brand new one. So it might be worth it to do that if you really, really, really want a custom build and not a demo discount for another $4,000 off at the end of the day. I feel bad if I don't get hardware 4 when a $13,000 discount is on the table. Really want the normal steering wheel, not seeing anything other than yokes available on waiting for Tesla. Well, I mean, that's not a bad, I mean, yes, it costs more money, but it's like what, $700 or $800 for a retrofit, no risk. So, I mean, if there's a deal that's a little bit more, like, might be worth it. Then you could probably sell the yoke to someone else and might be worth it. Armco, yeah, actually Armco's on the list. So glad you were able to find them out and get approved. And thank you for coming in and dropping your experience. They said 3 weeks to get approved on the website, but it only took me a day to get approved. If I knew it was going to be that quick, I would have waited a bit before February to later apply. Yeah, they're definitely getting inundated with a lot of different applications coming into the pipeline. Pretty much all credit unions are at this point because they always, they have lower rates, but definitely some cool stuff. Cool to hear that you got a good experience from them. Anyone grab a pre-production one from Austin and know a delivery date yet? It's fluid, that's for sure. But we're gonna jump into our next topic. But let's see here. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to do an update on the used Tesla market. And it really seems like used Tesla prices are starting to flatline, if not bottom or stabilize or essentially stop dropping. So we will take a look at some of the charts and some of the market data that we have. And so, yeah, let me know if you're interested in buying a used one or if you're looking for a deal, because it's kind of this weird threshold right now. The prices are not crashing anymore. And so we'll definitely take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can get some variety of different benefits. So definitely check that out if you're interested. So let's take a look at the Tesla used market. So this is cargurus.com and tracks all the different used car retail list prices that are actually out there. And we will get into the auction data as well. And feel free to put anything in the chat on which year for what Tesla model you want me to take a look at. But it certainly feels like if we look at, if we take out all Teslas and take a look at the used market as a whole, you can see that the used market has flatlined essentially. It was trending down for a while now, from December, October, November to January, and now it's essentially flatlined. And so there seems to be more demand for vehicles. People are out trying to buy a vehicle again. I mean, there's also a good portion of people that get a tax refund that they're trying to get into another vehicle, finance it, and get into another vehicle. But checking back into the Tesla side, the flat line is starting to also, it's starting to appear. You can see right here, it went from 28.5% down 28.5% down to 28.5%, and then down to 28.6. And so the market values are certainly starting to flatline for the Tesla Model 3, Y, S, and X, but it's still down considerably year over year. You can see here it's 23% for the Model S year over year. It's like average, what, 21% for all trims. And in the past 90 days, it's like 18, 16%, 15% as well across. So if you're looking to sell your Tesla, it might be a good time, maybe if you wait another week or so, or maybe even to March, because the demand for used Teslas might be a good time to exit. But if you're looking to buy it, it seems like prices have bottomed at the lowest point, and if you should probably try and buy one ASAP. I mean, if you've been watching the channel, you know my strategy on how to buy used Teslas. I always go after private sellers. I don't really try and go after dealers or try and negotiate with dealers. I always try and just find private sellers out there, try and negotiate with them, because they have a little bit more flexibility than a dealer will. And then that way you can save a little bit here on like fees, because each dealer, there's a lot of dealers out there that will charge variety of certain fees and processing fees and all that stuff, and could amount to $1,000, $2,000, maybe $3,000 on top of the price. Whereas a private seller, not so much, right? It literally just is the vehicle plus whatever DMV fees that you're going to have to pay no matter what anyway. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff on the used car, smart car market as well. And so we're just going to take a look quickly at the Manheim auction report. So this is wholesale to wholesale, dealer to dealer. You can see all the different sale prices in the past 30, 60 days. And so we've got in here 2022 Tesla Model Y long range, and you can see the prices kind of are stabilizing on this side as well. I mean, here's one that has like a $44,000 sale price, but it has 22,000 miles. Here's another one, 42,000 for 35,000 miles. And so they're pretty much staying in like the mid to high 40s at this point, when before they were all over the place, high 50s and maybe even high 48s as well. But we're certainly start to see some stabilization on the used side. Popping over to the 2022 Model 3 all-wheel drive long-range side, let's just quickly take a look here. And yeah, we're essentially seeing the same thing as well. So our Tesla prices, our used Tesla prices continuing to crash. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like there's a lot of people that would be willing to purchase these vehicles. They want to get into them, whether it's used. And it's weird, right? Because like here is long range at $42,000, but a brand new one, of course, you've got destination fee, all that stuff, is the list price of $50,000. So if you back out like that $7,500 tax credit, I certainly understand that not everybody qualifies for that $7,500 tax credit. And so maybe that's why there's this floor still for these certain prices, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff on the used side. But the one thing is for sure, if you take a look at the Model X and also Model S's, just like the thumbnail says, prices have definitely dipped to a low amount. You can see right here, 96,000, 92,000, 91,000, but they're also kind to stabilize as well. I think right here on the low, we hit like the high 80s, maybe even 82,000 for a 2022 Model X, but we've certainly started to stabilize on this side as well. So switching to Model Model S now, 2022, of course. You know, we've hit the 70s, and it's all really the same trend. Like, we crashed in January, went up a little bit, and then in our kind of like stabilizing at whatever price or whatever value it is for that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Like, are you selling a Tesla right now, and or are you trading? I know someone came in here earlier. Let's see. You forget no risk, right? Not no risk. You wanted to see what the value of Vietnamese style. So let's just put in yours, 2022 Tesla Model 3. I think yours is an all-wheel drive, and we'll see what the values of yours could be right now. So you got 2023 Model 3 long range, but yours is 130,000 miles, which is kind of on the high end, that's for sure. So in terms of your valuation, I feel like I would say like at least 25,000, because that's everybody wants a $25,000 Tesla. But we can put in the miles here and see what MMR is, or what Manheim thinks your vehicle is worth. So about 23.8. But I feel like if you listed your Tesla for like 24 or 25,000, it would sell very, very quickly, because everybody wants a Tesla that starts with a 2 at the end of the day. But let me know your thoughts. Definitely some pretty interesting stuff out there on the used side. We're going to jump back into some of the comments and some of the questions. But before we get into that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including a couple of credit unions on that list that have interest rates as low as 2.5% to 3.2%, or even a couple at 4% from 60 to 80 months. So definitely check it out if you're interested. And thank you for supporting the channel. All right. Water break. If you're just joining in, we talked about the Model X's and Model S's, and spoiler alert, Tesla has put these vehicles on clearance. There's massive discounts, $11,000, $12,000, even $13,000 off brand new demo version ones. But I've also heard that you could potentially get $9,000 off a brand new one, like not that aren't demo or discounted. And so, or demo or showroom. And so you just simply have to go into your local Tesla showroom, contact a Tesla sales rep, and see if they can get you one. That's pretty much what Tesla's MO at the end of the month. Usually they do something, and it seems like their flavor of the month is Model S and Model X sales this time around. It's showing 240 miles and waiting for Tesla. Okay, that's not bad. Ordered a Y long range on 2/6. Delivery day got pushed to 3/31. Got a text VIN should be assigned in a week or no. Any of these texts accurate? These texts are pretty accurate. Hit the like button, y'all. Dennis is giving free game. Thank you, Kevin. I actually gave you a shout out. Thank you for giving us the hat tip on the Model X. And also, I'm trying to join this group that they didn't let me in? No way. Wow. Oh, do I have to fill these out? Yes. Okay, agree. Over level 9,000. Man, they're so strict. All right, let's try it again. Discount because of hardware 4.0. Yeah, I mean, that certainly could be it as well. They're trying to put the clearance on these Model S's and X's because they've got a new batch with new technology, new everything coming in. So that could be it for sure. Ben, hello Dennis, love your live stream video daily. Do you think Tesla will drop the price on Model 3 rear-wheel drive after RS battery issue guideline, which disqualified due to LFP from China? I think Tesla's going to keep dropping the price on the Model 3 rear-wheel drive standard range, and this is why. Not even because of like the tax rate. I mean, if they lose half the tax rate, then they're certainly going to drop the price, but here's why. So inventories for the Model 3 standard range has been creeping up every single day. Now we're at 212. The max is like 400 that they'll actually show. And then the other thing with that is, on top of that, the lowest price of a Model 3 that's ever been like for the standard range was actually like $36,000. It's a Tesla price history tracker that tracks all the different prices historically. And so Tesla's still got some room to move down if they want to, but we shall see at the end of the day. Is the CCS adapter free with Tesla? Unfortunately, not a lot of things are free with Tesla any longer, including the CCS adapter. CCS adapter is $175. It just got discounted off of Tesla.com or Tesla website. But we're working with the company. Maybe we might be giving away a CCS adapter in the near future, or maybe a charging station. We've got that sponsored video with Tenet we did 2 Fridays ago where we're giving away a wall charger. That winner is going to be decided on February 28th, so definitely check it out. And then we've got last Friday's video where we're working with Tesloid to give away a all set of 3D all-weather floor mats. Check that out. And we got a lot of giveaways. Like I would love to give away another wall charger or another CCS adapter. So definitely hit the subscribe if you want to join on these fun giveaways. And all these giveaways, if you're wondering like where can I stay on top of it without going into every single video that is out there, it's just I post all the giveaways on my community page. So definitely check it out. We also post a lot of fun votes. Like today or earlier I asked like how much do you value unlimited supercharging? And it looks like 31% said 2,500. I really feel like supercharging is more than that, maybe even 10,000. But I can see where some people's thoughts are on. But we post all the giveaways here, and so if you want to follow and check this out, we're also on Instagram as well. 15K Tesla when? Well, we should find out very, very soon on Tesla Investor Day, which is happening on March 1st of this year. Is it okay to buy third-party charger or adapter? I don't see why not. It should be fine. I mean, I haven't heard anything bad about that, but should be fine completely. Do more videos on low APR loans. The lowest I found was 72 months, 5.44 APR from Tesla. Well, Troll Zone, we definitely will. Probably this Friday. I'm trying to see the cadence, like maybe every other Friday or every other Friday. But we will do an updated one because Tower Federal did, drop or raise the rates like substantially. So, but there still are. I actually have 6 or 7 other credit unions that all have lower rates than Tesla financing that are all pretty much easy to get into. And we made videos on them on the channel. There's a couple of them scattered and throughout the channel. But if you don't want to go through the channel and watch all those other videos, there is a Patreon link down below in the description. Thank you, Stream Elements, for posting at the right time. Check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can get a list to my 6 or 7 credit unions and banks that all have rates better than Tesla after you join at a certain level. So definitely check it out. But if you don't want to wait, or if you don't want to do that, this Friday, I'll probably do an updated video. All right, water break. Probably chill for a little bit longer. I really was expecting a Tesla price decrease, but I guess the Model S and the X was also, that's also a price decrease, just on a different level. Was it easy to find someone to swap 21-inch with 20s when you had your Model YP? Which channels did you use to find someone willing to swap? Well, actually, all I did was I went on Facebook. There's a bunch of, if you're in California, there's a bunch of local Model S or Model 3Y groups, but probably in your state there is as well. Just post a feeler thread out there asking someone that you're interested in trading, and hopefully just post it on multiple places, as many as possible. Do you think hardware 4.0 is going to be a big difference or more so for FSD folks? I think it's going to be only FSD folks. And really, it's funny, right? Like back when I bought my first Tesla, it was 2019 Model 3. At that time, it was all about, hardware 3.0 versus 2.5 hardware. And luckily when I got my 2019 Model 3, I got tricked. I bought full self-driving. It was $6,000 at that time. And I thought, this is going to be amazing. Like, we're going to have all this cool stuff. Never got beta, never got any of that stuff. And luckily I got hardware 3.0. And there was people like paying like $2,000 to $3,000 at that time to retrofit their hardware 2.5 to 3.0. And now, of course, we've got hardware 4.0. Full self-driving is out. Not really. Right. And that's what I guess the point of that story is. There's always going to be another one, another technology, another hardware 4.0, another whatever. And so you can't just time it. And so that's why I don't recommend full self-driving for anyone. Maybe if you really, really want to try it, just do the $200 a month subscription and then go from there. What Tesla has the most range? ABS, how far is it? The Model S long range, 400 miles. range. And I used to really not care about range, but when I would take from LA to San Diego, I would drive the Model Y Performance with the 20-inch rims. I would drive down, stop in at a charger in San Diego to charge up, drive back, charge up somewhere along the way because I wanted to make sure I had more battery, and then get home. But with the Model S, the long range that I had, I would leave from LA, drive all the way down to San Diego and back, and still have like 33% of my battery left. And so that's when I realized, oh, okay, long range or range actually makes a difference. And of course, the Model S long range is rated at 400 miles. And so that's where it's worth it, I think, especially if you do road trips like that or long commutes or whatever. Ordered Model Y long range steering wheels, delivery window April to June. Hopefully the 75 tax credit holds. I wanted to get it while the price also qualifies for my state EV rebate, $2,500. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it does. I mean, maybe you'll get bumped up as well. I agree. Full self-driving is not worth it. Yeah, not worth $15,000, which at this point, like if you're buying a $50,000 Model Y, what is that? Like a third of the price, 30% of the price? Yeah, I think I'll pass. I have an order in place, and what if I find something in inventory and place that order? Will they refund the $250 for original order? So some Tesla advisors will be more helpful than others, so you might be able to get them to convert it, but your miles may vary for sure. Use that money on Tesla stock. Yeah, it's a great time, or no, not financial advice, but it might be a good time to buy Tesla stock. I mean, I am a Tesla stock holder, and we DCA constantly, or dollar cost average. That's kind of our strategy for that, because I believe long term on the Tesla stock prices. But thanks for watching this video, guys. Please hit that like if you enjoy it. Check out the links below if you want to support the channel, including the couple of giveaways that we're doing. I would wait till it's fully fleshed out. Too early to buy into right now. Yeah, full self-driving, that's for sure. But thanks for watching this video. Please have a great evening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.